Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys, well, get ready for this one because Ariana Madix is revealing a lot on Scheana Shay's Shenanigans podcast, and I was all here for it. We did another video covering the main points of how she felt about Rachel's interview with Bethany Frankel. We covered that, but I wanted to also do one that focuses on the positive because in a world where there's so much negative, sometimes we just have to talk about the positive, like something about her, the update, her relationship, what's going on behind the scenes, her single AF cocktails book, all of these massive moves that she's making. Yeah, you better believe we're going to talk about it. But before we jump in, do all the YouTube things, smash that like button, show some love, and let's do the damn thing.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, you guys. So I wanted to talk about this for a second because I listened to Scheana's podcast with Ariana. And as I said in a previous video, I love that Scheana led into this positive, like with a positive sort of, like, let's kind of talk about all of the good things that are happening in your life, right? So she ends up giving us an update. Ariana Madix gave a rare insight into her long distance relationship with her man, Dan. And page 6 is talking about it too, but she can't help but gush about this guy. She loves him. I mean, I didn't say she loves him like she said she loves him, but you can tell she really, really likes him. Let's say that. He's a very grounding, calming, positive energy. He's very always trying to help with things. Now, she praised her personal trainer boyfriend for refusing to take no for an answer when helping out on some of her most silliest tasks. For example, calling a credit card company. He's like, I'm going to call them. I know you want to do everything yourself, but I'm going to just go ahead and do it. Now, she played coy about their relationship's next steps, but did tease her plans to continue going towards things that are positive. So she's not sharing everything, but she did hint. So I'm just going to keep doing what makes me happy and going in that direction. This interview, this is the way that you conduct an interview. She didn't take a minute to bash anyone. She didn't slam Tom. She didn't slam Rachel. She said Bethany doesn't know what she's talking about. But also, since you're talking about her life, because Bethany, in that regards to what she was saying, the context behind it was Bethany said, everybody has forgiven Tom. Even Ariana has forgiven Tom. So what about you? And Ariana was like, I don't know what she's talking about. I have not forgiven Tom, regardless of what you think. If you see photos of us in group settings filming, that's okay. I'm not talking to him. I'm not personally filming with him. I'm not doing any of that. So don't speak for me. You don't know what you're talking about. All right. He is someone who does bring a whole lot of happiness and really is just calming, positive energy to my life. So I'm going to keep him around. Now, Scheana also chimed in to say that she's obsessed with Dan, calling him another light of positivity in her life. I can't even picture this guy in a bad mood ever. He's just that person where you feel like, are you always happy? Because he always just has the best energy, wants to make sure everyone else is having the best time. She added that unlike Ariana's past relationships, she has seen her co-star, Ariana, and Dan bring out the best in each other. You're with someone for the first time that I've personally ever seen who supports you, who's happy to help you and empower you, and also take a backseat and just let you shine. And that's true. That's a great point. Now, Scheana asked Ariana about the future of their long-distance relationship since Dan does live in New York City while Ariana lives in Los Angeles. It's hard to predict, even just work-wise, what's going to come up in the next year or so. I would love it if he moved out here, but he's born and raised in New York, so I can understand how that would be a huge adjustment. His family is there, and I wouldn't want to take him away. However, she did say moving back to New York sounds, oh, God, so much harder. Yeah. Actually, as somebody who lived in New York and traveling around with the bag and trying to get from point A to point B, it really is a lot more of a pain in the ass. I have all of the respect for true New Yorkers because I don't know how they do it unless you just have a car that's waiting outside everywhere for you to take you from point A to point B. But otherwise, it really is, it's a different life. Now, her relationship with Dan marks the first time that she's dated somebody since Tom Sandoval and discovering the scandal of it all. But They met at a wedding in Mexico, not long after the whole affair came to light. And they haven't been shy about sharing their relationship milestones on social media. Her birthday, 4th of July, wearing matching shoes on a trip to Chicago, like you see in this photo. So, all good things. But also, I wanted to chime in on this. From here, you have her talking about something about her. Everybody wanted to know what's going on. When is it opening? She's like, I don't have a definitive date yet because there are certain things, permits and stuff, things that you don't know until you learn, until you know, right? They had to break up the patio and kind of figure out how to work that because Robertson, the street that it's on, the street that SUR's on, Robertson is turning into a more walkable street. That's what they wanted. They want it to be a neighborhood that it's just sort of a lot of foot traffic. So they are gearing up for that. There's a lot of big projects going up, and anyone coming in, the city is going to make sure that you fit into that plan. That plan can be expensive. It can present challenges, but for the most part, she said, Katie and I have done an amazing job with just getting along through making all of these decisions, just moving forward in how we're going to decorate the place, how the sandwiches are going to look, what kind of sandwiches we're going to have. And she even joked, I have the palate of a child, a small child, so I couldn't necessarily eat everything like the egg salad sandwich. So there is, like there's maybe one or two things that I can eat. Those weren't her words verbatim, so don't just like shoot the messenger over here. But Ariana made a great point about that too, because I eat like a child. Like my palate sucks. And Ariana was like, no, it's important to have people like you also in there who might not love everything. That way we can cater some sort of product to you as well, which is a great point. I mean, at the end of the day, when she talks about this and then she talks about her single AF cocktail book, which I thought it was so cool how she shared about the photo shoot, like the water where you see her, like her splashing the drink, whatever. There's a plexiglass in front of her. I just think like the whole concept, I love the behind the scenes. Like this isn't necessarily breaking the fourth wall, but I like to know how the sausage is made. How are we making this shit? Right. And I think that this was a great example by her just sort of letting us know what this book means to her, how she made this book. And she said, I had to make it really quick. I did voice notes a lot of the times talking about different moments that were happening in my life, that different stages with my relationship, the good, the bad, the ugly, the in between, all of it. And then I catered cocktails to those specific moments, meaning maybe if there was like a really shitty time in my life, that might not be like, there might be some really odd, nasty, not so great ingredients in that specific drink. Interesting. I think it's so cool that she's telling her story through something that other people can make to sort of, because the thing is what people are going to do is they're going to read that chapter. They're going to try to make this cocktail. Some people, not everyone, some people just get it to read the book, but they'll try to make this cocktail and then they'll try to match the senses to what she was going through. Really, I'm telling you, this is exactly what's going to happen. But it looks like it's positive, 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 and I'm just happy to see her rise. I want to hear what you guys think, though. Comment below, let us know, and definitely before you go, don't forget we are doing a members only vlog this weekend. I'm going to be traveling tomorrow, so I don't think we're posting any videos, but I will keep you guys posted on everything. And then, of course, I'll be posting again on Sunday. And then the members only vlog will be back on Tuesday, so it'll be up next week at some point. Until then, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.